I just got a text from my friend. She's in India right now for the summer, and she literally told me like, "Oh, I gotta go. Good night." Um, and it's like it is 8:30 over here, and apparently it's 1 over there. I love different time zones. They're great. They're amazing. It's so confusing, but it's fun. It's like, oh, you're on the other side of the globe. But yeah. Anyways, today has actually been a really nice weather day for England, specifically London. It was 27 degrees, but it felt like 30 at minimum. You know, it was really good. I kind of sunbathed for once in the garden and stuff. It was very peaceful. I was so happy. But yeah, now as the sun has decided to kind of like cool down and the sun's gone in relatively, but it's still light outside and stuff. I'm using natural lighting right now. But yeah, sun's gone down, golden hour passed. I was watching Netflix and then I was kind of like, ooh, maybe I should kind of film a video. I blame it on the sun. I think the sun actually inspired me to, you know, it gave me the sudden push to film a YouTube video. Because this, I don't have a schedule for it just yet. I need to actually get a schedule because I enjoy doing these things. But it's only when I feel like it, and plus it's only when I'm like not busy. But yeah, that's it basically. I got inspired to do a video and we're doing it. This one is gonna be about books. For the most part, and then I might do like a little bit of a ramble about other stuff as well, just random other things. But yeah, I've been reading these 2 books. I've already finished one. I think I bought them at like this, maybe the end or the start of July. The start of July or the end of June. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I got them and they're like autobiographical. They're kind of like epistolary, like diary form, which is quite nice, and it's by 2 like really influential, amazing women. One that I did not know about until I read the book, and another one that I knew about, and like kind of everyone knows her. Whereas the other like woman who wrote this, they're both girls by the way, they're both women, they're great, they're amazing. The other woman, I think everyone knows. At least I don't know, at least I feel like everyone knows. Not everyone, but quite still popular despite being like popular in like the 60s and 70s, which kind of alludes to the time frame that these women were kind of like very popular in, and they wrote like the time frame that they wrote about and stuff in their books that I've been reading. Anyways, so another tangent is I watch a lot of French YouTube because I speak French but I don't go there often and stuff, and I wasn't born and raised learning French. I've kind of worked to be able to understand French, so now I work to keep it and I work to kind of like maintain the skills and the language and stuff because I love it so much. I love languages, but I'll get into that another time actually because I want to be a connoisseur of languages. I'm not stopping at French. But yeah, so basically I watch French YouTube, but specifically French book YouTube, like French booktube, basically. That's always what stuck with me because I did French A-level as a qualification, and I found it such a drag to kind of like engage with like French media because I was being told to, but French booktube was the only one that I kind of, that stuck with me, and I was like, you know what, okay, that's fine. And I wanted to like get into it again, but I wanted to steal one of their ideas. It's not really like a unique idea because I'm pretty sure like English booktube does that and like American booktube, you know, just like the English speaking booktube does that. But they have like this thing, I'm not even gonna say it in French, no thank you, I don't want to be a victim today. It is called reading review. It's like the direct translation. It's a reading review, like a monthly, like what they've been doing for like and what they've been like reading for the past month and stuff. But they also kind of meld it together with like films and like maybe TV shows that they're watching, and then they call that a cultural review, which is like a really rough translation. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah, they do that. And like there's this one particular YouTuber that I love watching. She's great, she's amazing when she does this, and she just kind of put together like some books that she was reading, and then like a film that she watched, or like a TV show that she watched and it had like a, maybe she liked it, or maybe like it helped her research something or get into something or connect with this culture or that culture or something. I don't know. I liked it, and I like how it was like a melting pot of just kind of like media that you're consuming for the last month or like the last few months, and you're a huge fan of it and you just want to show it to the world. I like that. So I'm gonna steal that idea and I'm gonna do it today. It took me a while to get to the main point of this video, but here we are. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna steal that idea. Basically, let me get these two books. These are the two books and stuff. Yeah. I'll just give you like a little like kind of overview of them. They are epistolary, so one is directly a diary. The other one's like an autobiography, which is kind of like telling their story and what's happened to them like on a day-to-day basis, and not like in a mix of a diary form and like a novel form as well. So they're kind of making this kind of they're making the events, how would you say it, like diary form, but also like it's a fictional type of story. They're melding that together, even though everything, as far as I know, and this is true and it is accurate. And yeah, so I'll get into the first one actually. This one I've completely read. The other one, I'm like this far, oh, like can you see that fat line? Like this little line is how much I've got left. And I think I started this like last week maybe. So as you can tell, I have been very much eating this up. This is very good. And I did the same for this one as well. This one didn't take me more like probably than like a week maybe. Because it was just so good. I loved it. And I have a thing about female authors. I love reading things from like, you know, fellow girls and fellow women. It's great. I quite like it. I like the is it called the women literature canon, or like the female tradition, like the canon? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm a big fan of it either way. If you don't know what I mean, I just like feminine literature in general. Doesn't have to be particularly feminist, but if it's been written by a woman and it shows the feminine experience and like the woman's experience of life, then I'm a huge fan either way. Love it. So yeah, this one is Eve's Hollywood by Eve Babbitt. So I went into a Foyles once. That's a brand of bookstore. It's kind of like a Waterstones or something like that. So I went in there and stuff, and I wasn't really planning to buy these books, but I ended up buying them anyways, and it was great. It was fun. So yeah, I was looking around on the shelves, and then I saw like this cover, and I quite liked it because I was like, oh, this is like, I hope you can, sometimes you can tell when it's like written by a woman, like the cover and like the vibe, you know. It's like, I think you're written by a woman, and if you're not, then I don't mind, but it kind of hits more if it's written by a woman, like especially like the cover. It's so cool. I love it. And like it has like this bright pink type of thing at the back and all of that, and it just kind of like told you about all of the stuff that goes on in the book and shows you a bit of reviews, like a normal blurb. But yeah, I was kind of taken with it because in certain books, at least in the UK, they put the books this way for the most part, but then sometimes they have ones facing out like that with like a bunch of other books like here and stuff, like on the shelves. Like if they're trying to sell this book, then they'll put it face out and stuff, so people can kind of see it and it looks more neater, just for aesthetic reasons and like commercial reasons. But yeah, I've always been a fan of, I've always been interested in LA and what LA was like back in like the golden era before it kind of became the modern, I don't know, the weirdness it is now. LA is still cool. I've never been, I can't really talk, but you know, people say, oh, it was always better back in the day and stuff, like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever, yada yada yada. This takes place, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure it is the 60s to the 70s, which is the same thing for this Jane Birkin book. And this, yeah, I was interested because I was like, oh, I want to know what like living in LA during like the 60s and the 70s was like and stuff. And I didn't want to hear any like biased internet opinion or biased whatever, you know. I didn't want to watch an LA YouTuber. I wanted to see what it was for what it was back then in like the 70s, 60s thing. And she has more books as well, apparently. I was like reading the front part where they show you like, yeah, they show you like some of her like works here, which I want to get into. I'm planning to kind of like order them in or find them somehow and stuff. Go into a few like foils or Waterstones to get them. I'm very interested because I like how she writes. She has like this effortless type of style of writing, and I think someone mentioned the effortless type of style of writing on one of these reviews, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. I took it with a pinch of salt. Because I was like, okay, like, I don't know. When someone says, oh, you're writing so effortless, sometimes it's just like not, I don't know, in my opinion. But it came off really effortlessly, and it just like, I don't know, it felt like you were kind of like living in California with her and stuff. You know, it felt like the way she kind of opened her own personal world to you through writing made it kind of like you kind of got absorbed into it, and you kind of felt like, okay, now I feel like I live in like LA in the 60s and 70s, you know. It was really, really good. And yeah, it was nice because I didn't really know about Eve Babbitts, and I didn't really know like about her kind of it girl life and stuff and how popular she was. So it was kind of cool to see that, because usually like I don't know. I don't look at like the it girls in, maybe some of them in America, but I never thought there'd be it girls of LA. I don't know why back then. Like I thought there wouldn't be, but there are now. I don't know. That's a gap in my knowledge, and that is a gap in, I don't know, my judgment. I don't know. But yeah, it was really good. They one of the people who reviewed the book said this has become a classic of LA life. The names in the dedication, Jim Morrison, David Geffen, Andy Warhol, Stephen Stills, and more, indicate the era and the depth of this important book. And yeah, she name drops like amazing people. I'm like, dang, you really, it's crazy because like she had all these connections and she knew all these people, so she would just like name drop like Stravinsky or Andy Warhol, and it's like, oh my god, like we live completely different lives. It's nice to delve into like a book or someone who like lives a completely different life to you, and it's just like, it's crazy to think that these people just knew like crazy influential people, just grew up around them as well. She didn't like work to get to know all these people. She kind of just like, not in a bad way, she kind of just like was raised in that, and like this is her reality and stuff. She's not trying to be anything because she just is, and it's kind of cool. It's very, very cool. Yeah, that's essentially it. I feel like I could get more into it, but I don't want to like, there's no overall plot. It's just kind of like a day-to-day, or kind of like they're kind of grouped by subdivisions and stuff, but she writes people really amazingly and stuff, and like her analysis of like people around her, like friends and family, is like really, I don't know, it's really perceptive. So yeah, I do recommend this one. And I wanted to see, since it had Eve's Hollywood, I wanted to see what Hollywood was actually like, because you hear all these things, but it's kind of cool to like get an original account. So yeah, that's that book. The other one is Jane Birkin, The Monkey Diaries, which is from 1957 to 1982. As you can tell, I've almost finished. I'm on to 1975 now, which was kind of cool because the band is nice, but I'm not getting into that. Anyways, yeah, I'm on that now, and I'm obsessed with like 60s, 70s France and London and stuff. I'm obsessed with that specific era. So I remember I was in Foyles and I like picked this up, and then I saw this and I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna be spending like £20 today. And I'd spent like £22 or like 23 on just 2 books, like inflation. Or were the books always like this? I can't remember what price they were, you know. But gosh, man, like dang. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I've always loved Jane Birkin and stuff, and I've watched some of her movies and stuff because I found recently in like the last year and stuff that I have a bit of like an affinity for kind of the French New Wave, or like the English New Wave, or like just the New Wave kind of era of like the world of cinema back then. So she was always a prominent figure. I quite liked her because she was like this English girl that went to France and they adored her and stuff like that. So yeah, she's very much my dream. I want to be her, but hey. But yeah, I really wanted to like get to know her story and stuff and see like how did you get to where you are, what led you there, because I always like I researched her and stuff, but I didn't research her in crazy depth. So reading this book has really like increased my knowledge of her life and, you know, what happened and like the intricacies and stuff of like just her experience in general. It's great. I love it. And I feel like I was in the mood to read like the It Girl kind of books this summer. And I'm not talking about new age influencers right now. Not new age influencers. I'm talking about the genuine, the real It Girls that stood the test of time for decades, you know. They might not be as prominent now, but yeah, they're like their legacies are left behind very much. So, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to keep my MacBook like open. And so I don't know why, but I don't know, I don't want it to just kind of lock off. But yeah, this one, I will say this one is more kind of direct in a diary form, because it's some of them have dates, some of them have locations, and like sometimes she says like dear diary or dear monkey, which is like her plushie toy, her child like plushie toy that she's loved since she was a child. So yeah, this is very, and it's got cute little doodles and stuff. So yeah, I love it. I love how it's formatted. I'm a huge fan. I love it. And yeah, she has like little footnotes to explain certain things, or she has like little paragraphs in a different font to the diary entries to explain like in retrospect the entry or the topic that the entry is describing or something, which is quite nice because she kind of like looks back on certain events like, oh, this is the first time, or this is the da, 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 which is like, it's super nice. It's kind of like you're looking back on her life with her and stuff. So it's super nice and stuff. So when I researched a bunch of films that she has been in for my coursework, like La Piscine, which is the swimming pool, or Blow Up, which is another one of her movies. I think that's one of her first movies that got her name out there and helped her essentially kind of, pun intended, blow up. But yeah, when I read her like diary entries and then like, oh, we're in Saint-Tropez to film La Piscine and stuff like that, like it's really cool. It's super cool and stuff. And yeah, I would say another reason why I love reading her books is because ideally, if life goes my way, I would like to become like a prominent like musician, hopefully / like public figure in France as well, because France has a lovely like music market. So I kind of want to delve into that and kind of not be a Jane Birkin, but you know, something akin to that. That'd be nice. So yeah, it's kind of like cool to see like all these cool things she does and like all these creative people that she meets and all these things that she makes throughout her life and stuff. So yeah, it's very cool to like see and stuff, especially when you want to like when you aspire to do that. I want to aspire to be around creatives and make music, you know, do all these kind of festivals in France and, you know, go to fashion shows in France. That is like the ultimate dream. I hope it happens. And yeah, if it does happen, you are here for the start of it. You are the true original person. But yeah, yeah, it's just cool to see. It's nice to like see people be surrounded by creative people and write and things like that, because I wouldn't mind writing a little bit myself. Like, I don't want to be an author completely, but I wouldn't mind being a successful musician that, you know, has a kind of huge following in France and like other countries, and like writes books and stuff, and like from time to time. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool to show you. So now that the book talk is over, I've done that, this is finished. They're great books, please read them if you're interested. Even if like epistolary novels aren't your thing, maybe this might convert you, I don't know, who knows. This was supposed to be like a cultural review, so I'm going to show you, I've mentioned the movie because I was in the mood to see it again, because it made me feel nostalgic, because I watched it from like my French A-level research last year. So I was like, oh, I want to watch it again. Like, the French New Wave films have such a nice aesthetic, and it just makes you feel like this like chic French girl, whatever. It's so cool. I love it. But yeah. Let me show you. Basically, it's La Piscine, which is, it's on YouTube. I don't think it should be on YouTube, but it's fine. It's okay. So yeah, this is it. I'm watching it on my laptop right now. It's great. Yeah, I thought I'd show you a random clip. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I enjoyed that. If you are looking to get into like French New Wave, or like get into some sort of like new cinema like thing, then I would recommend maybe looking at La Piscine. It is quite good. It is very popular. And like, oh my god, I want to talk about the trailer actually, because I watched the trailer ages ago when I was trying to find La Piscine to watch on like a streaming service and stuff illegally. But yeah, it's like the way it's edited, it's like so like aesthetic. It's like one of the most aesthetic things in the world. I'm like, oh my god, this is like the French media thing. This is the French girl like vibe. You know, you see like all those like Pinterest things, or like, I don't know, Instagram things. It's like, oh, the French girl aesthetic. This is what it's made up of. This is the original, you know, pure stuff. But yeah, that's one thing I'm watching. Am I watching anything else? I'm just watching like goofy YouTube videos. I can't remember half of them, but yeah, that's what I'm watching so far. Anything else I have to show you? I mean, you know what, whilst you're here, this isn't a part of the cultural review, but I just want to show you these cute shoes that I'm planning to get, okay? They're like really cute. Oh my god, I love them. So I want to get these cute Mary Janes because I'm going to France in like a couple of months, which sounds so far away, but then it creeps up on you. Time is very interesting. It creeps up on you when you don't realize. But yeah, because like I'm talking about like, oh, it's so far away, but trust me, next thing I know, I'll be filming. But look, oh my god, that is awful lighting. Can I sort that? Can that be sorted? Okay, that's all you're gonna see. Wow, nice. Anyways, yeah, it's these cute Mary Janes. I don't really do heels a bunch. I don't have a lot of them. I just like, I'm not even trying to sound like those kind of girls that are like, oh, I don't wear heels, I just wear like Converse, you know. No, I'm not trying to be that right now, even though that might come across as it. I don't do it, but I really want to do it, and like I want to mix the kind of like Mary Janes with the casual thing. You know what the girlies are doing on like Pinterest and stuff. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to do it. I'm so excited to do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna get those like maybe next week, like order them and stuff, because I have a function. I have a family function to go to, and I want to look cute. And I'm gonna, the dress code is smart casual type of thing. So I'm hoping that they come on time and the outfit that I've got planned in my head matches and looks good in real life, you know, because sometimes the fits don't be looking coherent, because like you think the fit looks good up here, but then here, no. It does look good. Anyways, that's it. That was like, I don't know what that was. That wasn't like a really big cultural thing. I thought it had a lot more, but it's fine. It's fine. I threw in the shoes for the sake of it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you do read the books. If those books aren't your thing, then 9 times out of 10, like, I will have something else that I'm planning to like show you. I mean, I have another thing. Like, if autobiography things aren't your thing, I have this, which is Less Than Zero, which is a fiction book, also about LA. As you can tell, I'm in like an LA / kind of like Paris mood. I think it's because it's summer and I want to feel like I'm in LA, you know? So I just want to be taken somewhere else and transported somewhere else through words. So yeah, this is by Bret Easton Ellis. He also created, well, he wrote American Psycho and stuff. So I think this has the same kind of hedonistic, scandalous, like, what is flying around my room? I am praying that it's not a mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. I don't think anyone likes them, of course, but like, they creep me out. If I hear one buzzing around in my room, I cannot rest until it has been killed. If it has not been killed and I'm not good enough, I'm sleeping in the other room. Anyways, yeah, Less Than Zero, it has the same like hedonistic type of scandalous things. Like I said before, I haven't read it yet because I want to like I want to be a person of order. So I am trying to finish this and then I'll delve into this, because I think whilst I love epistolary, like diary kind of autobiography things, I would just like a little bit of like easy fiction. This is my version of easy fiction. Yeah, embarrassing. Anyways, thank you and goodbye, and enjoy your summer as well. I have these nice little like sunflower earrings. I know the lighting is abysmal and I feel like I'm like in the back rooms forcing you to listen to me right now, so I apologize. Oh my god, yeah. I'm using like my laptop as like lighting now. Let's not talk about it. Thank you. But yeah, I've got this nice yellow top with these sunflower things. I'm in the summer mood. I can't lie. The sun actually makes me so happy. I used to get summertime sadness. I used to be miserable. But no more. No more. Well, let's not jinx that actually, knock on wood. But I am like so happy right now. Like, the sun is, you know, it's... and that's why I felt so inspired to do the YouTube video. Anyways, enjoy it. Let's see when I post this. I hope I can post this on like the same day. If I've got this fire to keep on going and inspiration. But if not, I'll see you when I see you, and yeah, enjoy the video. Enjoy summer if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. And yeah, bye-bye.